If you are anything like me, you know exactly why it feels like Friday, then you got a home here. Welcome to the Go Show, celebrating all things outdoors in this beautiful outdoor playground of the state, nation, and world that we live in. Thanks for hanging out on your hump day. It does feel like Friday to me because manana and Friday we are not going to have program. We might tomorrow. Tomorrow's there's potential to have it tomorrow, but my time with my boy is going to preset hold precedent over this. Yes. So very limited time to get with my boy. So we're going to go to the range and sight in all of the toys. So that is what we're doing tomorrow. And then on Friday, heading out to Globe. I don't know if you guys have seen the devastation out there in Globe. It's been absolutely awful. It's atrocious. I mean, the Miami Globe area is just flooded. Gonna head out there, and then I'll be back at it on Monday. But we will have a couple of beer reviews up for you, and just kind of checking in, give it a little taste as we roll through. So that was weird. I made the beer announcement, the non-alcoholic beer review announcement, and basically just said, here's why I'm not drinking anymore. In the video, launched that yesterday, and interesting. I had to. I'll share this with you on Monday, but I had to. I haven't blocked anyone in a hot minute. It's been a while. Okay, dude, I'm not going to argue with you, bro. So anyway, but I'm excited about this. I'm excited about my journey. Some other people might not be, and that's okay. It's totally okay. All right. So yes. So we'll put a couple of beer reviews up Thursday and Friday, and then we'll be back at it on Monday. So thank you again for playing along with me on this Wednesday. And yesterday we talked about the dogs. The whole show went to the dogs, essentially, talking about training dogs, talked about all kinds of stuff with dogs, funny mishaps with dogs. This blew me away. And this made a serious publication, a serious outdoor publication. And I thought, this might be the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Not the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I've seen, trust me, I was in electoral politics for a long time. I've seen some really dumb. But there's this headline that said, I trained my shelter dog to hunt ducks and grouse in only a month. He's a natural. Okay. So I trained my shelter dog. That caught me in. That wrote me in because Boone's a shelter dog. Ozzy's a shelter dog. And Boone is my first shelter dog. And so, Ozzy was my first shelter dog. Boone is my second shelter dog. And I have to tell you, I kind of gave up. I train him to hunt. Yeah, no. But now I might, when I see things like this, until I actually read it. Here we go. I trained my shelter dog to hunt ducks and grouse in a month. He is a natural. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here so you know why the hell I said you're okay. Wow, you're so amazing. You trained your let's go ahead and let's put it in quotes, shelter dog. There you have it. There's the shelter dog. A purebred black lab. You trained it in a month. Congratulations, bozo. Get off my show. I can't believe. Seriously. I mean, come on. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's people are obnoxious in that sense. So apparently we didn't go live on the gram here. Hold on. There we go. But yeah, so oh, you trained your dog. You gotta understand this. For those that don't that have never dealt with hunting dogs before, sporting dogs before, it's in them already. Not a lot of training is needed. I mean, it's always good to have a trainer like Coach Tony around at Desert Creek Sportsman's Club. Let's see, my dog trained me to fetch treats and toys. Yeah, just under a month. Had you dialed in. Truman absolutely had you dialed in right away. Good grief. I bet. Yeah. Yeah. My dog, Boone, had me trained not to leave the damn house in a day. But you have to understand these dogs, it's bred into them. They know what to do. When I had little tiny German short hair puppies, little tiny puppies, they were on a point. They saw a bird and they locked up. They froze up. They didn't know why at that moment, but every cell in their body was firing off and said, you lock up just like this. And you stare at that bird and you keep staring at that bird. Something in their body said, do that now as puppies. So you don't really train a dog to point. There's some you have to, but I mean, the vast majority of it, it points. A pointer will point. This was called point. A retriever will retrieve. That's what it is. So this bozo brags in an article, I trained my shelter dog. Okay, trying to get, basically self-righteousness here. I have a shelter dog. Look at me, and I trained it in under a month to hunt duck and grouse. You didn't train it. It knew how. It literally knew how. And by the way, dogs don't hunt ducks. They don't. They sit their butts down next to you very quietly and very still. That's the training part. And then when that duck hits the water, thunk, they know to go get it. Period. This guy didn't have train in under a month. The fact it took a month might say something about you, champ. You have a purebred black lab. That dog knew damn well what to do. Hunting grouse, a little different, but I mean, it's basically just fetch and retrieve. That's it. That's it. Bone has 16 breeds in him. So what if Bone gets on if he gets on a bird, he doesn't know which of the 16 voices in his head to listen to. Go kill that thing right now. Stay right where you are. Stay quiet until you hear the gunshot, or just lock into it. He doesn't know which one, or just bark at it excessively. That's all my dog would know. Is all 16 breeds that my super mutt dog is. That's what he would do. Just try to figure it out. I mean, he chases birds. I think it's fun, so I don't try to get that prey drive out of him. But I mean, that's what he does. But this guy, I trained my shelter dog. Look at me. Under a month, and I have a great picture with him to go to Outdoor Life magazine. This is a tragic story. I'm not going to show you the video, but the actual family of the victims want the video to be shown, and that's why it was released. I'm not going to show you. It's horrific. But a professional bass fisherman has been indicted on manslaughter charges as officials released deadly boat crash footage. 3 fishermen were killed and 2 were injured in Alabama when a tournament bass boat crashed into a striped bass charter this spring. Officials just announced the charges for the boat operator and released the footage of the incident. Now, normally when an investigation is going on, just in anything, they're not going to release any of this until it's at trial or done with trial or whatever that works, but not right away. But the family did. The family said, "Hey, listen, here's the video," which was actually taken by another boat. So what happened was this guy was pulling in some fish. And he's reeling in a fish. He pulls it up to the boat. And as he's kind of moving it over to the live well, behind him, you see this white boat, which is a fishing charter, which is a striped bass fishing charter. And this boat just comes 60-something miles an hour directly at it, did not stop, didn't slow down, didn't turn, just straight at the boat and went right over it, killing people instantly. So this guy that was fishing just happened to catch it, happened behind him. But I don't know if you've seen this before, but in professional bass angling, I mean, you start at a certain area. All the boats start at a certain area, and it is wide open. It is as fast as you could possibly go to get to the spot that you've been pre-fishing, that fish are at, and you get to that spot before anyone else. It's a very big deal. This is on Lake Smith. And he had a nitro boat, and it was traveling in a straight line at a high rate of speed down the middle of the open lake. It was wide open out there. It wasn't crowded at all. Without turning or slowing down, he went right into it. This guy's brought up on manslaughter. I'm sorry, no. I don't want this guy. This needs to be. I mean, and the guy's life's turned upside down, and I'm sorry, dude. You killed 3 people. You killed 3 people. Your life will be turned upside down. I'm sorry. Oh, but he just, he was just in a bass tournament and he was distracted by his some of the electronics that he had on his boat, or he dropped his cell phone, or maybe he was trying to get a post together. Yeah. Going to jail for a very long time. Yeah. I mean, distracted driving is a thing. It totally is. And I watch a lot of the police cam videos, and I see the people, I pulled you over because you're on your cell phone. I pulled you over because, there was basically a full minute where that light was green and you were sitting there staring at your phone. I pulled you over. Distracted driving should be handled. It should be given the attention that it deserves. I don't think it really is, but I think it should be. Just like poaching, drinking on the water, things like that. This guy was obviously distracted. This guy clearly was not. It is a perfect day. Let me just show you. Let me just at least show you. Let me see if I can do this here. I don't want to. Okay, here we go. We'll just do it this way. I just want. I want you to see it's a clear day. That's what I want you to see. I'm not trying to like show you the death of people. But I want you guys to see that it was truly the, let's see. Oh, shoot. Wrong button. Wrong button. Here we go. Share screen. The gram. Share. Okay. So here it is. This is the guy that just caught a fish. And that's the boat behind him. See the boat behind him? Yeah. That's the one that was just sitting there just fishing for some striped bass. But look at what a clear day this is. This guy had line of sight on this boat. Visual of this boat, at least a mile. Visibility is a mile. You hear that a long time? Visibility is a mile. That's because they don't measure anything over that. That just means you can see forever. There's no way you should miss this boat. So they said that no alcohol was involved. The guy was just distracted. And say, here comes. And yes, I'm not gonna. So this poor guy, he's literally filming himself just on a beautiful bass boat catching fish. That's all he was doing. This guy had nothing to do with it. Okay. And I'll show you there. See? So there's the boat coming from the right, and it just plows into the boat. I won't go any further than that. But I mean, that guy had absolutely no intent of turning, had no intent of stopping. It was just it was just you were to stop sharing that. Yeah. Crazy. I don't think that manslaughter charges are enough for this guy. And I'm sorry. Oh, he made a mistake. Yeah, he made a mistake. And those three other people didn't have to die for his mistake. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. Let's talk about. Actually, we can talk about idiots if you want. We always make fun of the people in Yellowstone that are petting the fuzzy cows, trying to take pictures with bison. This has absolutely nothing to do with that. We talked earlier in the show about Pierce Brosnan, the former James Bond. He just went off of the beaten path where it said don't go, and it was just icy. It was just it was just nice. He just wanted to get a nice picture, and that guy got dragged into court. And I'm like, can we give him a little bit of a break? I mean, he was a cool Bond. I mean, you know what I mean? He was a cool James Bond. I think we lost all our Instagram peeps. He was a cool James Bond. So that was we'll give him a break on that. This guy didn't get a break. You guys, they have hot springs in Yellowstone. There are signs all over. Do not touch, do not go near, do not. To some people, including 23-year-old Colin Scott, I decided, no, man, I'm gonna go see if I can get how hot these things are. I'm gonna get in there. I'm gonna get in this thing. You know what happens from here. 23-year-old man named Colin Scott died in Yellowstone hot spring after falling into the hot spring while looking for a place to swim. The highly acidic and boiling water quickly dissolved the body. When the parks, game and fish, and most government puts a sign not to go somewhere, there's probably a reason. There's probably a reason. And how we don't know this and how it isn't more commonplace, that it's just, when a sign, I mean, I understand there's signs, and we talk like grownups here. There are signs all over this town, all over Phoenix, that say no guns allowed in this store. And that's all they say. That's not a legal sign. So I'm still carrying in those stores. There's people that'll still carry in those stores. If it is a firearm with the Red Cross through and it has the ARS, it has the Arizona Revised Statute on it, okay, that's a sign. Just don't go in there with your firearm, or don't go in there as a business. But the rest of them are signs. Those are, like you say, Brennan, those are suggestions. That's really all they are. They're suggestions. Like, look, we really don't like firearms here. Okay, cool. And then I get to decide. One of the goofiest things I've seen in a long time, in the several years that I've been on air, is in just in media in general, news media, was the kerfuffle on being able to carry a firearm onto. Sorry, that is my dog that is going off right now. Someone is coming in the front door. So anyway, there is the kerfuffle where people, oh, well, why do we allow handguns or firearms on campuses? It was ASU, basically all the campuses, even the junior colleges. And I thought that was funny to me. It was funny to me because I thought, are you trying to act right now as if there's not a firearm on this campus? Is that what you're trying to act as? Do you really think that there's not a fire? There is, of course there are. There's several. But you think putting a sign up is going to stop that, or just telling the state legislators, we need to make this in the Board of Regents, we need to make you can't have a firearm on campus? Yeah, they're idiots. It's just, seriously, to think that that's not happening. Malls, same thing. I mean, I understand like a store. You go into like a local mom and pop shop, and they've got the real store. I mean, the real sign on their store that says you can't do that. Cool. Yeah, I would gladly say, okay, I'm going to go keep the firearm in the truck. Of course. I'm not here to try to screw with people. I mean, they went through the process. They got the right sign, and they're really serious. They do not want, or I just won't go in that store. No big deal. But I mean, I'm going to tell you straight up, I have had a firearm on ASU campus. I don't know if there's a statute of limitation on that or what, but I have. NAU, same. U of A, same. Yeah. And I mean, that's going back to our buddy Tim Forshew when he was talking about the 3 C's of concealed carry. One is conceal. Number one was conceal it. I'm not advocating that people could take firearms in a place you can't take firearms. I'm just saying the first one is conceal. You don't need to advertise anything you got going on. I'd be respectful. I would definitely say be respectful. And hold on one second. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. So anyway, but I'd be respectful of business owners and things like that. But I mean, at the same time, I mean, you go into it like a national park, no firearms in national park. Like, again, not encouraging. I make my own decisions. Y'all make your own decisions. Let's see. Sign said, long hair, freaky people need not apply. That's yeah. Signs. Nice. Well played. Very well played. But again, the signs are there for a reason, and in Yellowstone and in the Grand Canyon and all those places, the signs are there for a very specific reason. And you, just don't be this guy. This guy, I think the reason why it made news was because of the basically dissolving. He fell in and dissolved. He was looking for a place to swim. BS. He was ignoring signs. He's being the rebel. He's probably doing it for the gram. This is probably death by selfie. There's just no way that this guy accidentally fell into a Yellowstone hot spring and then was like, yeah, no, that's not what happened. But he dissolved. Not celebrating that, but I mean, the dude actually dissolved. He did. Tomorrow. So you know, we are going to be out doing our thing at Ben Avery shooting facility. We're going to sight in 1, 2, 3 minimum 3 firearms. I'm going to get those bore sighted tonight, and we're going to get those on paper, and then we're going to start with a close shot. What's up, Michael? Just heard from Mike's great. Well, Michael, I mean, dude. And then Nuge and his girlfriend come rolling in here, and the dog's barking, and holy mackerel. So yeah, so the egress is happening right now. The first two beer reviews will be up Thursday and Friday. Monday, we will be back full show and locked and loaded with all the cool shenanigans, as we always do. You guys, thanks for hanging out right here on the Go Show, celebrating all things outdoors, this beautiful outdoor playground of state, nation, world that we live in. See y'all.